Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this morning. Saturday morning, it looks good. They warned us of a tremendous storm yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. Tremendous storm. Maybe it hit Durban. I don't know. So I'm just glad that you're all here this morning. The sun's shining again. Maybe we'll see some rain this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you're here because we're living in exciting times at the moment here at DuePoint. DuePoint is doing some amazing things in South Africa, and I'm excited actually to share it with you this morning because of just what we're seeing happening out there. And I really literally am bubbling over right now with the excitement about what's happening. It's more than we could have expected, and I hope this morning I can kind of instill some of that in you. DuePoint is where you're sitting. That's what we call ourselves, DuePoint. We're a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company, started in 1952. We're 65 years old. This is not a new company. This is a new idea, but not a new company that you're dealing with here this morning. And so I want you to be sort of comfortable with that. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. You can find all of our licenses next to our front door and our associations. And, of course, everything about DuePoint and Constantia is online. You can find us everywhere. Go and do a search. You'll find the home sites, the websites of Constantia and of DuePoint. Of course, you'll find us on the Financial Services Board's website. You'll find us on the JSC's website under Conduit Capital. I know this because I did a quick check the other day just to make sure what I say is true, and it was all there. You will find everything about us on the internet. We are, of course, a fully online company. This morning, you're just part of our live studio audience. Out there, that little black camera in the corner is actually where we exist. And so I encourage you to go away and spend some time looking at us and getting comfortable with who you're dealing with here this morning. We also want you to be comfortable and confident in the team that's here at DuePoint, because we're actually here for you. In everything that we do at DuePoint, you will find the team fully available for you Monday through Saturday. We do have all the requisite skills required to do the task that we have here today, but that's not the important thing. The important thing, I was reminded of it again this week. The most important thing about DuePoint is that we are a homegrown South African company. You will find us here, all of us here in this building, Monday through Saturday. We're not one of these things that kind of comes on shore from overseas and then just disappears once you've paid all your money into their bank accounts. You know, this is not what we are here at DuePoint. I want you to have the confidence and the comfort of knowing at any time you can come and find us. You can pick up the phone and call us. You can email us. We have a physical presence, a postal presence, a fax presence. For goodness sake, who has a fax anymore? We even, that's what we have. We want you to have that confidence in us. This is me over here, Brendan Benfield. I'm both the best looking and the funniest of the lot here. I have to say that because this bugger always tells me it's the other way around. I am the senior executive here. I founded the division and the team here at DuePoint. I've spent 20 years in the financial services space. I've founded my own insurance company called Prime Ridden Direct down the road. You might have seen some of our billboards, etc., etc. You know, I've been around the block in the financial services space, and now we want to do something different with DuePoint. Then we've got Tim. He's our banking expert. He's a chartered accountant as well, like me. Been in the banking industry for about 15 years at the First Rand Group, FNB, RB. In fact, when I approached him about DuePoint, he was reporting directly to the CEO at the time. Fantastically skilled individual. Then we've got Stacey over here, also a chartered accountant. You'll notice here the group. You see us? We understand. They don't understand. Stacey is our auditing expert. She runs the technical side with Tim on our finance side. Then we've got Jane. Jane's our international correspondent, as I like to call her. She came from the UK. Probably spent the last 25 years in direct selling. Tremendous experience in what we do here at DuePoint. And then we've got Rob. Rob's our design guy. He ran his own digital design firm for 20 years, focused on the financial services space. He was involved in the development of the Investec brand, along with Visa and MasterCard. He's got some fantastic stories around there. And so he is the right man for what we're trying to do here at DuePoint. And everything you see, feel, and touch was designed by Rob. He's quite funny as well. So, folks, what is it that we do here at DuePoint? Well, it's quite simple. In fact, everything that we do at DuePoint, we've tried to make as simple and clear-cut as possible. One of the things that really frustrates us out there is how complicated everything always is. I hate that. I promised myself when I grew up I'd never run a complicated business. I'd never. I said, I just want simple. I make this and I sell it, and that's it. But I discovered very soon that the entire world is just extremely complicated. Now, what we've tried to do at DuePoint is just simplify. Simplify it so that we can get down to the business of our primary objective at DuePoint, which is putting controllable income in the hands of South Africans. We wanted to design a tool that every South African could use in a simple, straightforward manner that would create income for them, but not just income that kind of comes in some months and is not there in others, but an income that would be stable and reliable. This is something that we don't have as South Africans. If you're in full-time employment, you've got full-time pay, which means it comes every month until it doesn't. You know when it doesn't? When you've been retrenched or fired. And then it doesn't. Full stop, it ends instantly. We've had a lot of stories here at DuePoint where people have said, last month's paycheck was my last. How do we know this? Well, how many people got unemployed in the first half of this year? They reckon 433,000. 433,000 people became unemployed in the first 6 months of this year. Are you joking? That's 30 to 35,000 a month. That's what they say. So if you're full-time employed right now, you're in what I call the unemployment queue. You're employed, but you're in the queue towards unemployment. And at the moment, every month, 35,000 people in front of you are becoming unemployed as it heads towards you. This is the reality of us in South Africa living in an economy that's shrinking. That's what's happening. It's getting smaller every year. The mines are closing down. The businesses are moving out. Foreign investment is moving out of South Africa. And it means that every year there's less and less employment in South Africa. Now, this is not actually unique to South Africa. It's not. Right now, it's a global phenomenon. It's a global. Around the world, unemployment is rising. And the old format of employment is failing. It's failing everyone. We cannot rely on full-time employment anymore. And if we do, all that it does is it puts us in a position where we have no control over the economics in our life. The first thing, we can't control our income. Have any of you tried to walk into your boss's office and said, you know what, I'm tired of this once-a-year increase. I'd like an increase every 3 months. No? And when you walked into your new job, were you able to go, this is how much I want to earn? This number, I want 50 grand a month. Were you able to do that? No. We have no control of our income. At the end of the year, someone will tell you what your increase is going to be, whether you get a bonus. And as I've said, somewhere along the line, that same person's probably going to tell you you're retrenched. That's the reality of where we live. So even if you feel like, I've got a great job, you've got a great job you have no control over. Then you sit in an economy that's shrinking, that you can't stop shrinking. What could any of us do right now to kind of get our economy back up and running again? Nothing. There's nothing. We're out of control. And so at DuePoint, our number one passion, everything about our business has been built on the fact that we want to create a tool that's in your hands, that you control, and that creates income that's stable and reliable. And our hope is that it's there for your entire life. That's what we do. That's our number one. Now, once we've achieved that, once we get that tool in your hand, we want to start tackling some of those systemic issues that we've got here in South Africa. The one is, we don't earn enough to cover our costs. We know that. All of us know that. We earn too little. So what we've had to do is become debt experts to cover the gap. Have we not? We've had to get out there and become pros at debt. And we've got debt. I'll open any one of your wallets right now. How many cards have you got in your wallet? It's one of those clink, 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 clink. Okay, it's going to fold out in me, isn't it? When I open it, there'll be Woolworths, Ackermans, Truworths, Stutterfords. You can throw that one away. And you're going to have them. All of those accounts are going to be in your wallet, are they not? Okay, they're going to be. Then you're going to. No, the young ones say no. Just a few more minutes. They'll be there. A few more months. Okay. And then I go out to your car, and your car is not really yours. It's owned by a bank somewhere. And then we'll go home to your house. It's also not yours. It's owned by a bank. We've got debt for everything. Then Granny dies, and you've got to put 25 grand into the funeral. You don't have 25 grand in your bank account. Nobody does. You have to go off and get a loan shark loan. You know, we have become experts at debt, and it's just killing us. It's killing us. Now, if I've got this tool, and I put it in your hand, and you are creating income out of it, in addition to what you're earning at your jobs, you're never going to have to quit your job at DuePoint. That would be absolutely ridiculous. This is the add-on tool, the extra that you create. If you're making that extra here, you no longer require this debt. You no longer require this system that eats away at your economy. But you're now in a position where you've bridged that gap between what you're earning and what you need. You've done it. And in time, perhaps we can start creating some aspiration again. You know, the only way you can make a country great is where its nation aspires to greatness. That's how the big ones are. We don't aspire to greatness anymore in South Africa. We're so beaten up. We got beaten up pre-1990s, and we're getting beaten up post-1990s. as the guys on the ground. And seriously, as us on the ground. We just get beaten up this whole time. And we've stopped aspiring to greatness. We don't believe we can achieve it anymore. As individuals, we go, if I could just get to there, just there. We don't think anymore up here. And we want to create that. If we can put this in your hand for long enough, we believe you can start being great again in what you do. That's our primary objective at DuePoint. You'll see everything at DuePoint is bent towards that. Now, we have a secondary objective as well. We kind of want to change the way the financial services sector works a little bit. First of all, we want you to be in contact with us all the time. 24 hours a day, we want to be in touch with you, and we want you to be in touch with us. We don't want to be this thing where you've got to go to a broker or an agent, or can only come here when our office hours are open. We want connection with you 24 hours a day. And we want to be able to give you the opportunity to look into what is the most over-regulated, I'm not allowed to say over, the most regulated industry in the country right now, which is the financial services space, insurance and banking. You can't get in there. The average South African cannot get into the financial services space because of the massive legislative and regulatory requirements. And what we've done, therefore, as a secondary objective is we've opened a window into this financial services space that allows you to look in and see the workings of this industry without actually having to physically get involved. Some of you might look at that and go, I want to be in there and go and do what's required to break into this industry. That's our hope, and we might even assist you through that process. So those are our two objectives here at DuePoint. We put those two together, and we've created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system, super simple. Remember, we're trying to simplify it so we can get down to the business of making money. The process is simple. What you've got to do is contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you have one task for us, just one, and that is the connection of individuals to us. It's not selling, it's not marketing or advertising, it's not advising, and it's not presenting. None of those things. It's one task, just connecting individuals to us. As you connect all the people that you know to us and all the people you're going to meet over time to us, you penetrate the South African market for us. You penetrate it. And that's what we want. That's what we generally do in the traditional space through advertising. We connect individuals to us. We're then able to come along and we're able to distribute our products into these connections, into this penetration. We call those channels of distribution. And when we do distribute our products, obviously we create revenue. And when we create revenue, we're able to create that extra recurring stable income for you. Why is it stable? Why is it recurring? Well, we do not peddle goods here, ladies and gentlemen. Tremendous relief. You are never, ever again going to have to buy a box of creams, mouth sprays, vitamins. You're never going to have to buy any of those ever again. We work strictly in the financial services space because the financial services space works on an automatic debit order system, which means you don't have to be running after your friends every month to get them to buy again. And you have income one month and then just cost the next when they don't buy. Here, once people are in the system, purchased a product, every month the debit orders run. So whether you're lying in hospital or lying on the beach or busy at work and can't do anything, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Our systems never get tired. They run those debit orders, boy, every single day. And as those debit orders are paid, your income comes in every month, stably recurring, and as I said, if you work on it hard enough and long enough, for a lifetime. That's what we're creating. It's the freedom. It's the cornerstone of our system that we've built to create and meet the objective that we set for DuePoint in the beginning. All right, now before I move to the second point, I see lots of seats open, like to your right. We got people coming in constantly. Guys, move right up for me. Don't let there be any open seats to your right-hand side. Move right up so that as people come in, we can fill in. Okay, fill it up. Let's go. I see some seats over there that are open. Let's get filled right up. Then we can get lots more people in here today. This is the good news. We're giving the good news. We want as many people to hear it as possible. All right, good stuff, guys. Great. Now, the second layer that we put into our system, the second thing, as important, was the ability to create time freedom. You've heard that statement before. People don't like it. They get a bit cringy. And whenever you mention network marketing, people are like, ugh. Network marketing. Oh, okay. Yes. Back in the 1990s, maybe. It was very embarrassing and all of that. What we've done at DuePoint, as I said, is we've changed this whole thing. What we need to create is time freedom. All of you are going to tell me today, Brendan, I don't have time to do this. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. None of you are special. Every one of you doesn't have time. That is the complicated system we live in, whereby all of our time has been sucked up. You guys know it. Every Monday, you get up and you do another 40, 60, 80, 100 hours at work. These guys are building a building just behind us over here. I marvel at the number of hours these poor guys have got to work. They're here at 7 working, and if you go out there now, you'll see they're still working there on that building. You come tomorrow morning, they're still working. They work 7 days a week on that building. Those poor people have no time for themselves, as we have no time for ourselves. We have none. We've got to buy that back. The only way we can buy that back is by leveraging others. You know, your boss leverages you. He just started his business and he went, I can't do all the tasks here. I'm going to hire up 50 people. They'll help me do the tasks and they will work for my profit. That's what they'll do. And you go in and he pays you a little slither of the profit in your salary and the rest goes there. No, fair enough. That's economics. That's capitalism. That's how you can be the boss too. Nobody's stopping you from being the boss, but that's how it works. He leverages you. Now, we've built that into our system. We've built into our system your ability to leverage the time and skills of others. In our system, as you bring people in, you end up having a team working towards your success. But the only difference is, at work, wherever you are, you know everyone around you is your competition. It's the system of retrenchment. Who's doing the best stays. Who doesn't do the best goes. Now, who does do the best? Well, it's whoever the boss likes the most. Okay, that's who's doing the best, is it not? Who gets the biggest raises? Really, the person the boss likes the most. In this system that we have created at DuePoint, everybody in your team works where they succeed. They drag success into your life. Everybody's working towards each other's success. It's the exact opposite of your experience at work, and we've put it in. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not an employment opportunity here at DuePoint. No, we don't want that. It's not working. Okay, employment, as I've described to you, is not working anymore. This is not an employment opportunity. We simply put a tool in your hands. That's all we do. We just put the tool in your hands. And then you, independent of us, do what you want with the tool. You work as much as you want or as little as you want. You do. You put as much effort and time in as you want. We don't dictate it. There's no staff meetings here on Monday mornings. We don't do any of those things. You are independent of us. I've had people say to me, Brendan, you never call me. I did this business, I came in, I did, and you never called. No, I'm not going to call you. I'm not your boss. I'm not your boss. Your boss. Here's the tool. Go out and use it. You are completely independent in the DuePoint system. And then, folks, there is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. And this is probably one of the most critical things about our system. In South Africa today, the first thing you are asked for always is your money. Is it not? Every single thing. You had to buy a starter kit, didn't you? Come in, 3,800 Rand starter kit. Yeah, and now you're in. I saw an article in the news, Sunday Times, a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. No, come into our thing, it's just 30,000 Rand to start. What? Everybody wants our money, and then poof, they're gone. You know, pour your money into a computer, and we'll give you some numbers on a computer. You know? Just pour your money in. Go find 10 people who'll give you this, who'll find 10 people who'll give you that. Everybody wants your money. In DuePoint, we worked extremely hard to ensure that there would be as little financial loss as humanly possible in the system. There is no startup cost. There is no monthly fee, no admin fee, marketing fee, sales fee. There's no fee. There's no application form fee. As a DuePoint product owner, you're automatically a wealth engineer. There's no premium that you pay to be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. No cost involved in being a wealth engineer at all. And so you are not at risk. This is the thing we're always afraid of, particularly people of my pigmentation. Oh, not doing this. Oh, not doing this. There's some kind of hidden T's and C's here, and you're going to take my money from me. There is none of that at DuePoint. We're a full open card, sunshine deal business. You go and look at our website, dewpoint.net. You go and look at our YouTube channel. You will see everything about this business. Go read it all. Read it all. There is no T&C that says we're taking your money. No, there isn't. There is no cost involved in this process. Your task for us creates our income. Remember, you penetrate the market for us. We facilitate the sale. That creates the revenue for us. We don't need your money. We need the penetration of the market in order to create our revenue here. Your task, and I'm going to talk about your payment, comes in a different form here. It also does not require any qualification or experience. There's no qualification or experience required here. Remember, I told you, to get into the financial services space in South Africa is practically impossible. Practically impossible. Remember, one of the politicians, the more famous one, said, no, you have to have an uncle in the furniture store if you want to try and break into the industry. That's literally true in the financial services space. You want to break in, you've literally got to be in already. Okay? And what we've done is we've opened up this. We've put a window in for you to look through in the process of the DuePoint system. And as a result, you don't require any qualification. You're not going to have to write regulatory exams. You're not going to have tertiary education, experience, all of this nonsense. We can get you to see what's going in through the system that we have created here at DuePoint. You are not brokers. You're not agents. I'm thinking about all my Facebookers now, okay, who go out and say, I'm the latest broker of DuePoint. No, you are not. There are no brokers, no agents, no representatives, no advertisers, no advisors. I'm the latest advisor of DuePoint. No, you are not. There are none of those things. And as a result, everybody can get involved in the DuePoint system here today. Folks, you get to build a real asset. And this is the one that I kind of battle to transfer the reality to people. The real value proposition of DuePoint. And you can't just poo-poo it and wipe it off. This is the reality of what we created at DuePoint. The real value of what you do at DuePoint is not just a few rands and cents every month. It is the creation of something that will last from generation to generation. Our asset, the channels of distribution you create for us, create a recurring income for you. That recurring income does not stop when you stop working. It does not stop when you die. It keeps coming. And so as you build these assets over time, you have something that you can sell. It's a channel with a number on it that can be priced. You can sell it to someone else. You have something that will be transferred to your children when you pass away one day. And the income you created over your life will now be available to your children. And they will be able to take that asset and, if they so decide, build it even bigger. This is something that the very wealthy people in South Africa have done for centuries, and the majority of South Africans have not done. We have jobs. When you die one day, does your job get transferred to your kid? No. The wealthy people have businesses, and when they die, they hand their businesses to their children. This is what we create here. Do you want to continue to spend 40, 60, 80, 100 hours a week on something that has no future value for your family? None at all. You're welcome to go and do it. We've all done it, but we got suckered into it. Those are hours you will never get back. Never get back. But what you could have done is start your own business. Now, that's hellishly difficult and massively risky, but at least you would have been pouring your hours into something that was yours and your children. Now, what we've done at DuePoint is we've offered you a third alternative. Build a channel of recurring income, and you've got something that will hand over generation to generation in South Africa today. Most importantly, there is absolutely no selling in the DuePoint system. None at all. You are never involved in any way in the sales transaction. Now, I had great joy in watching a few reviews done by Americans this week about DuePoint. They're in America. Why are they reviewing DuePoint in South Africa? Okay, maybe they've got lots of time on their hands. I don't. Anyway, they come and watch like a 60-second clip, and then they review the whole business. And in there they went, I don't understand it. DuePoint says there's no selling, but there must be selling, otherwise they can't make their income. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, DuePoint does the selling. DuePoint does the selling. You do not. You do not play any part in that sales transaction. We freed you up from that. This is, again, my pigmentation people. They're like, I'm not selling my friends. I'm going to sell to my friends. I've got my name as my brand. You know, it's not making me any money right now, but it will one day make me money. Okay? No. You don't have to be worried. No more embarrassing yourself. No more braais where you've got to gather everyone in the lounge to show them this business opportunity. None of that has to occur anymore. We do the selling as DuePoint. Your task is simply connecting individuals to us. You also don't have to present. You don't have to ever present the DuePoint opportunity. At DuePoint, there are only 2 people that do the presentations. We've got one backup. So Rob and I are the only 2 people to do the presentations. And I know Rob says he's better than me, but he's not. I'm much better than him at doing this presentation. Okay? And you pick the right day to come. Okay? And then on occasion, Tim will do it. You never have to do the presentation. Only the 2 of us do it. Your task is to connect people to it. How do you connect people to us? Well, there's 4 ways. 4 ways of connecting people to DuePoint. The first, go and buy one of our USB sticks outside. It's 170 rand. It's got our presentations on. You got your presentation in your pocket. You plug it into a smart TV, laptop, or computer, and there we are, doing the presentation for you. The second way is if you're in Gauteng, you can come and put people into this presentation room Monday through Saturday. Night times, lunch times, mornings, we do presentations Monday through Saturday. You will find a slot when you can make it here. Okay? Bring your guests, your acquaintances. We will do the presentation for you live. Right here. The third way. The most important way of connecting people to DuePoint, your number one connection, is our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel, DuePoint channel. Go to YouTube, search DuePoint channel. You will find every presentation we have ever done there. There's my ringing phone. You see, I told you, it's like magic in this room. It's like there's like a machine in the concrete that makes the phones ring. Okay, folks, make sure your phones are on silent for me. The third way, which is your most important connection, is our YouTube channel. Search DuePoint channel. You will find every presentation we've ever made there. You can go pick your favorite ones. We've got short ones, medium ones, long ones. Whenever you're there with somebody you want to connect to DuePoint, you go, what's the most number one in-demand commodity in South Africa today? Outsells everything else. Money. Money. You can't beat it. There's nothing. If you go to someone and say, would you like money? Do any of them ever say no? No, okay, good. I just wanted to check. Maybe I'd missed something in the economy. Okay, nothing outsells it. You go, do you require more money? Yes, click. That's what you laugh at me, but people are like, Brendan, I can't convince people to come to DuePoint. What do I say? I'm like, you shouldn't be saying anything. Do you require more money? The answer for 99.5% of us is yes, and you go click. No, but what about the products? Shush, watch. We do the presentation, and the better you get at not speaking, the more success you'll have at connecting people. We do the convincing. We do all the work. Your number one connection 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country, is our YouTube channel. If you've never used YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Okay? TV is no longer in the air on SABC and on it's gone, it's dead. You will have noticed, it's dead. Okay? It's online. It's online. Now we get people to say, no, Brendan, but there's data. Guys, data is no longer an excuse. It's 2018. I mean, it's 5 minutes to 2018 now. Do you remember when in the 1990s we used to watch those shows Beyond 2000? You know? Beyond 2000. And then it was Beyond 2020. What do I mean? 2020 is next week. It's next week. Guys, data. Data is no longer an excuse. Change your budgets. Less alcohol, less fast food, more data. That's what you got to do. YouTube is where you find everything about DuePoint. And if you do night shift, 3 o'clock in the morning, you can sit with the guys that are around you and you go, click, and there I am, full makeup, fresh, ready to do the presentation for you. Anywhere, anytime, you've got DuePoint at your fingertips. Your entire asset lives in your phone. Your entire DuePoint asset lives in your phone, and it's there always for you. Every aspect of this business run and managed by DuePoint. You just click the button and connect individuals to us. Now, the fourth way you connect individuals to DuePoint is through our live streams. We live stream and we broadcast across the country every presentation that we do. So if you know what time we're on, doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, you gather your acquaintances around you and you click play, and we are live in your living room, live at your workplace. Full color surround sound, ready for you to connect people to DuePoint. This is a system of absolute convenience that we've created for you. Never again will you have to present. Never again will you have to have a boot full of creams and milkshakes and energy drinks and Chinese sticks and all sorts of things like that. Never again. This is a system of convenience that's been created for every South African so that we can realistically tackle the economic problems of South Africa. Realistic. This is not one of those things. This is the first genuine economic solution that South Africa's had, and this is why we're so excited about what we're seeing happening in South Africa with DuePoint right now. So you go and you connect people to us. As you do, some of them are going to want to become wealth engineers. Okay, they're going to catch the vision. When they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. They go out, they do the same thing. They connect people to us. Some of them, not all of them, some of them become wealth engineers. When they do, We allocate them again to you. And this process repeats itself as your channel grows across the country. And it will grow across the country. Within weeks, you'll have people in different provinces that are talking about DuePoint and growing your channel. Now that you've penetrated the market for us, we come along as DuePoint. We do, not you, we. And we facilitate the purchase of our products into this channel of distribution you've created for us, and your income is born. Now it comes to the price that you pay. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. We get a lot of very disappointed people at DuePoint who discover they're not going to be rich overnight. Genuinely, we had some calling in this week. I'm canceling. I thought this was a get-rich-quick scheme. It's taking too long. Folks, this is real. It's like your career or building a business. It's never going to take 5 minutes to make you rich. It has the potential to change everything where you pay the price. What is the price here at DuePoint? It's time. Time is what you pay, not money. We've created a system where you do not have to spend, but you are going to spend on time. You've got to put time into this business, and we're so bad at that as South Africans. We've got no self-discipline. We don't. When last did you commit to something other than your job and your kid, which you had to? When last did you commit to something? Think about it. New Year's resolution. This year I'm going to the gym. How many of you then went and smashed like 2 years, never missed a session? No? No? Okay. No. This year I'm going to learn to play an instrument. How many of you then sat down, picked up the guitar, and then just smashed 2 years until you were like a pro? No. We don't do it. We don't do it as South Africans. And so when it comes to DuePoint, people get in, they get all excited. They do. I'm not even finished. You guys are going to be high-fiving me at the end of this. Okay? And then you disappear because then the discipline comes in. This takes time. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a scheme. It's not a scam. It's not a shape. It's not one of these things that promises you millions in 90 days. No. You're going to have to work, but it will change everything about your economic future where you put time and effort into it. It does it in two ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time someone in your channel makes a successful product payment via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment's made. So very simply, you go out, you chat to a few of your friends. They take a product, they make their payment. You get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand for every person who comes into your channel on the first point who pays for their product every month. 55 Rand. Not a Rand, not 5 Rand, not 12 Rand. You've seen all of these things. 55 Rand. This is the 21st century, and this is 21st century money. These folk go out, they talk to just a handful of people. Some of them connect as wealth engineers. Again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. 55 Rand. In this particular example, and it's just an example, you've been here 5 minutes. Look, there's a handful of dots on the screen. And you're earning just about 1,000 Rand a month. 1,000 Rand. You feel it. We've had testimony of individuals standing on the stage saying, my first month, I got 1,900 Rand. It's not changed my life, but I immediately felt it. I was like, this is alive in my hands. This tool is alive in my hands. You feel it in this. Then you put the time and the effort in, and your channel continues to grow, and you now earn on a diminishing basis to the 8th point. But there is no limit to how big a channel you can create at DuePoint and how much you can earn. Remember, we're trying to create that generational legacy? From the 8th point onwards, as long as you qualify to earn, you're always going to get 4% of R27.50. This means you can make a 25-point big channel or a 60-point big channel. Your children can take it over and make it a 100-point channel. As long as they qualify to earn, from the 8th point to the 100th point, they will earn 4% of R27.50. Go to our YouTube channel, go and watch our training videos on how you earn in the DuePoint system. Some short ones, 6 minutes, I'll explain the whole system to you. Some long ones, if you really want to get into the details and strategy. They're all there for you. You have no limit to your potential at DuePoint. So, having said that, what can you expect to earn off of our returns program? Difficult to answer. Every one of you is going to build at a different rate and at a different, in a different way and at a different speed. Most of you are not going to do anything. I don't know why. There'll be nothing from our side that'll stop you. I think you'll sit down and go, it's too hard. I actually do know. What's going to happen is you're going to run after this presentation back to your mom and dad. So you go first. Mom and dad, you're not going to believe what I saw this morning. Then you're going to give them the 30-second version of the hour I will have spent with you, completely incorrectly, and your dad's going to go, pyramid scheme. And then you'll go, how did I miss it? How did I miss it? Of course. And then you're going to do nothing. Folks, if we were a pyramid scheme, I would be in jail right now. DuePoint has not been around for 5 minutes. Pyramid schemes are illegal. We have 8 regulators that look after this business. We're listed on the JSE. There's 150 pieces of regulation that govern this business. Yeah, we're not one of those. But your dad will tell you it is, and then you'll stop doing this business. 80% of you. So it's an interesting thing. You need to decide today in the row. There's about 12 of you in the row. So about 9 of you are going to do nothing, and 3 of you are going to change your lives. You just have to decide which 3 it is. So take a vote or something, and then pick which of the 3 of you is going to. And it will happen. We're seeing it happen. We've been running DuePoint for long enough now to know 20% change everything. 80% we never see again. But it's the 80% who are like, oh, Brendan, watch this space. I'll see you on it. And I never see you again, you know. Okay. The 20% keep quiet and change everything. All right. Now, so how do I answer how much you're going to earn? Well, we've got about 2 decades of data. We've been in this industry for a while. We took 2 decades of data. We did a whole lot of maths on it, and we came up with what we think are reasonable milestones. Reasonable, conservative milestones that you can use as a general path of success at DuePoint. We call it the 3+2 growth rate. And in that growth rate, you've got to put 3 people on your first point in your first month. 3 people in an entire month. I think you can do it. Then you have to put 2 people on your first point every month thereafter. Just 2 people on your first point every single month. So this talks to you. To you. You can't put 3 people in and then just wait for everybody else to do it. No, no, no. You need to remain active and persistent. You've got to do it every single month. +2, +2, Christmas +2, New Year's +2, birthday month +2. You've got to be adding your 2 all the time. If you can do that consistently and get your team to do the same thing, and we apply lapses and cancellation rates and people not doing 3+2, etc., we come up with the following milestones. If you can do that for 6 months, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. That's 30,000 Rand a year. You see? Not the Facebook 90 days, 100,000 Rand a month. No. Yeah, no. Only the guy who has the Facebook page is getting any money. Guys, no, this is real. And if we get it right, lifetime sustainable income for you. It's going to take time. But 6 months, and on top of your earnings every month, we just drop an extra 2,500 Rand in every single month. Okay. Now, the beautiful thing about DuePoint is it actually isn't every single month. Next month, it'll be 2,700, and then it becomes 3,000, and then it becomes 6,000. You know, you're only going to get the 2.5 once. Because after that, it goes up, okay? If you continue to apply the 3+2 growth formula. If you can do it for another 6 months, you want to be on around about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 12 months from now, okay? November 2018. And you earn your salary, and halfway through the month, around about the 16th or 17th, DuePoint puts another 10,000 Rand in your account. That's an awesome feeling. That is an awesome feeling. You know, it's normally around the middle of the month that things start getting tight, isn't it? Wouldn't it be nice to have another up in the bank balance, wouldn't it? 10,000 Rand, 120,000 Rand a year. It's great. It's easy. You see, it's just easy. I just went 12 months. How many of you are still going to be sitting here 12 months from now? How many of you will have got through the daddy test? Huh? I'm going to leave that in your hands. If you can do 2 years with us, remember you're committing to something now. 2 years. We reckon you'll be on about 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month, 360,000 Rand a year. That's what you'll be on. Every month, your own salary plus 27,000 Rand. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon it'll be about 45,000 to 50,000 Rand a month, 600,000 Rand a year. If you can do 4 years with us, it'll be around about 60,000 to 65,000 Rand a month, 720,000 Rand a year. And if you can do half a decade, not 5 months, not 5 weeks, certainly not 5 days, 5 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 80,000 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year on the low side. That puts you in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. Now, I get lots of different responses to these. We believe these are quite conservative, these estimates. They're not marketing flamboyant. They're quite conservative. But I get 2 responses. People say to me, Brennan, it's 2. The problem with the DuePoint system is you earn too slowly. Can't help you. Please refer back to Facebook. We're building lifetime income here. When you get there, it doesn't stop at 5 years. It carries on. It carries on. It's for your life. Generational income that we're creating here. But at the same time, how many years have you spent in your employment careers? How come you're so happy to go back every Monday? I talk to people all the time, and they go, Brendan, I'm absolutely financially destitute. I'm worn out. I'm in an emotional wreck. And I go, I think I've got the solution for you. Come and see what we're doing at DuePoint. What I need is a job. But it's the job that I'm being serious, the job puts you in this position. What do jobs do for 99.5% of us? And it's literally that statistic, okay? I'm not making it up, that's the statistic. It keeps you poor. That's what it does. Your job will keep you poor. You will never, ever earn enough to be rich as an employee. You won't. Just accept it. So, the youngsters are like, what? I'm going to be a lawyer and a chartered accountant and an actuary. I'm going straight to CEO. Statistically, you'll be hit by lightning first. You will. That's the same. Go and look it up. It's the same statistic. There's 1,000 CEOs, plus minus, in South Africa, earning R1 million or more. 1,000. There are 51 million South Africans. You have more chance of being struck by lightning. I'm not joking. These are all facts. Don't believe for a second employment will make you rich. It won't. It won't make you rich. The vast, vast majority of us will never be rich through employment. And yet, every Monday, you're going to get up. You're even going to come tell me, you're going to say, no, Brendan, I'm not doing anything other than dig these trenches. Go back to my bookkeeping job. I'm not doing it. No, folks. The biggest leap we have to take in the 21st century is understanding that employment does no longer work. And we have to change the way we think about earning income. And yes, it's going to take time. Why is it going to take time? Because it's real. It's real at DuePoint. You don't get rich quick ever. You don't. And those who do get rich quick get poor even quicker. We are creating sustainable income here. And it's going to take time. Lots of time to get you there. Alternatively, I get people to say this is nonsense. It's just marketing. Nobody earns this. Good news. We've already got people earning this. So that really makes me feel better. But every month we grab a bunch of people of the 20%. There's no point in me showing you the 80%. Just look around you. You'll see the rest of them. But I take the 20% and we put them on the stage. We pick a handful every month from all over the country that are using the tools. Here's this month's set. Joe is in the audience with us this morning. You can go and talk to him. He joined us in May. June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. If we get rid of the half of this month, because these numbers were pulled at the end of last month, it's 4.5 months. 4.5 months, and Joe and his wife have built a channel worth 9,700 Rand a month. 9,000. I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500, didn't I? So I said, and I still think that those are reasonable goals. But Joe said, no thanks, I'd like to work a little harder. A little harder. He was here for 2 weeks. In his first 2 weeks, he created a channel worth 1,900 Rand. In 2 weeks. Okay? 2 weeks. 4 months later, he's on 9,500 Rand. It's completely up to you what you do with this tool. You're not my employee. It's your tool. You go use it. Then we've got Shadrach. Maradeni Kwazin. You think you can't do this business outside of this office? Yes, you can. We've got people around the country building channels. I'm going to show you now. Using our tool. Everything is online. Watching us live every day. And in 5 months, 12,800 bucks. This guy's a machine. What I can say watch this space. I can say it. This guy's a machine. Absolutely amazing. 13,000 Rand in 5 months. It's a tool. You're going to decide what you want to do with it. Then we've got Nompilo. Port Shepstone, for goodness sake. Nothing happens in Port Shepstone. It's a retirement village. Huh? Not Nompilo. She's like, no ways. I'm taking over the place. Huh? Joined us 5 months ago. 15,000 Rand a month out of Port Shepstone. For goodness sake. If you live in Joburg, you've got no excuse. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. There's only 5 people in. She got all 5 in. Huh? 15,000 Rand in 5 months. Okay. Then we've got Zongaziwe. Zongaziwe. 5 months. 25,000 Rand. No. My math said that it was going to take 6 months. 6 months. This is 2 years. You are in control of it. All your oaks are making plans right now. I can see you. Making plans. I'm going out. I'm in the whole suburb in. And all today, they're coming in. Poof, I never see you again. Why? Why is that? Nothing. These people looked at it and went, I can do this. And they went out and they paid the price of time and energy and effort and thought, and they are now earning. That's what you're going to have to do. It's easy for me to click, but they've already put 5 months in. You're going to have to do it too. We've got guys with us that have been here for 2 years now. You want to go see their testimonies. They're not on 25. They're well beyond that now. but they put 2 years in. You need to get out there and do it yourselves for you. Now, as I said, there's all of those testimonies on our YouTube channel from around the country. White, black, colored, Indian, Asian, and other. They're all there using the tool, making an income for themselves. Some $700 a month, some 3,000 Rand a month, some 68,000 Rand a month. Okay? It's your choice. You decide what you want to do with it. So that's the first way you earn. Just the first way. The second way you earn with the DuePoint system is through our training program. We call it our XP Rewards program. If you're afraid that you don't know how to do this, had no experience in it, no problem. We train you in our XP Rewards program in a step-by-step, program-by-program fashion that takes you from beginner to expert. As you complete the steps in the programs, we give you XP points, experience points. Those experience points are worthless. They are not worth rands and cents. They are simply a measure of your experience and maturity with us here at DuePoint. However, as you complete those program steps and your XP starts to grow and you meet the 2 requirements in our XP Rewards program of experience and channel size, we start to rank you up. And when we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, a little bit of cash. This is in addition to the returns that you'll be earning. We give you a little bit of cash. As you get a little bit more experience and a little bit bigger, well, so does the cash that we reward you with. Then we start to give you tools. Tools that we know will accelerate the growth of your channels. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick from America, plugs into every electronic device known to mankind, and it's got all of our presentations on it, tools, downloads, testimonies, everything you need to connect people to DuePoint at any point of time, 24 hours a day. Then at rank 7, we give you your own set of imported, custom-made business cards, gold gilded, gold printed. It's not my gold Cokie from in my drawer. It's not that. It's gold gilded. Set of business cards worth 12,500 Rand. You've never seen a set of business cards like these. I promise you haven't. Some of these guys are in the audience today. You can ask them to see theirs. They'll let you see them. You won't be able to touch them, but you'll be able to see what they look like. You can also go to our glass cabinet, and we'll show you a sample in there. When you've got these in your hands, connecting people to DuePoint suddenly becomes a lot easier. One of our guys, Donnie, down here, he stands in the checkers queue, and he just hands them out. He doesn't talk, because he doesn't need to talk, and he's not meant to talk, remember? He just hands them out, and the next morning they sign up. That's it. Because when you see the quality, the genuineness of this business, and I mean, that's what Rob always goes on about. He says, if you're running a genuine business, do you run around and you don't have an email address and you don't have a call center and you don't have a this and you don't have a building and you don't, is that genuine? No. And yet, how many people sign up to this nonsense that comes in offshore? Okay? Okay. He says, one of the things that's going to make you genuine is when you can hand over a business card and people go, flip, this isn't printed at the corner of William Nicol and Main Road. This is pretty serious stuff. They understand the real reality of the DuePoint system. And we give you that at rank 7. Then at rank 9, okay, which is a long way from where you are because you're all rank 0. Okay, at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size every year for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star, all expenses paid trip, business class seats. Every year for the rest of your life. Now we're going in December this year, so it's very unlikely you'll join us. Happy to be proven wrong. I had my maths proven wrong. I'm happy to be proven wrong again, but it's like 70 days that we're going in. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of people coming with us, and you are welcome to join us, but you probably won't make it. But the wonderful thing about the DuePoint system is that it's an accumulating system. You don't start at 0 in January. That's nonsense. No, everything you build moves you forward in the DuePoint system. At some point in time, you will go rank 9, where you commit to this process. And when you do, whether it's this year, next year, or 5 years from now, you then go with us on our annual trip overseas. This year we're going to Mauritius. Next year it might be somewhere else. It's 5-star, it's business class. It's not the caravan park. But because you're not coming with us, okay, maybe you are, but because I know you're not, we thought we'd better show you where we're going.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark
Why don't you grab the lights for me in the front there? Thanks. All right, looks like it'll be okay. Looks like it'll be okay. We got a hole. Let's get some more lights going there. Flick more switches. There we go. We got 2 flights full coming with us this year. Will you be with us next year? Yeah. Yes. Book my room. Never see you again. Never see you again. I don't know what it is. This is what's on offer, and it's not even finished yet. And yet, Dad will tell you it's this, and you will be done. Guys, you're going to have to commit. For the first time, you're going to have to commit to something for more than 5 minutes. This is a long-haul exercise. You will not get rich in 5 months. In fact, what we see happening is people going, oh, Zongaziwe made it 25,000. I'm going to make 25,000 in 5 months. And then 5 months down, they're doing 500 Rand a month, which is where they should be at, and they quit. They quit. Guys, the reality is you are unlikely to be as amazing as these people. Not because you're not amazing, but because you're busy. Zongaziwe was unemployed when she started this, and she put 8 hours a day into it. Can any of you put 8 hours a day into this? No. So you're not going to get there as fast as her. But there are no deadlines. There's no timelines. You can take as long as you like. And every month there's more income coming into account. Maybe it takes you a whole year to get to 2,500 Rand a month. Doesn't matter. It's an extra 2,500 Rand a month every month thereafter. Be realistic. Understand this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Understand it takes time, but it will change everything in time. It will. So make sure you stay focused on that. Guys, at rank 11, we give you another useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. You'll notice there's not a brand anywhere on any of these cars. Okay? It's not rented through us or financed through us, so we don't give it to you and then take it away. It's like Chinese torture. That's like the dumbest system I've ever heard of in my entire life. It's your car. And our hope is you will use your car to build your future. Go outside and you'll see our rank 11 cars parked outside. They're here this morning. Of course they're here this morning, building their businesses. You will see. Look for the D11 on the back of their cars. Little D11. You'll find it in there, and you know that that's a person who got a car from DuePoint at no cost to themselves other than the time they committed to building their future. That's what it is. And now it's up to you. As part of our training programs, we run monthly wealth quests. Monthly wealth quests are like bite-sized chunks of training. Each one has got its own set of requirements, and everybody who completes everybody that completes the criteria of those wealth quests are rewarded with tools. Tools for building their channels, smartphones, iPads, data Wi-Fi routers, cash, smart TVs. All of those tools for your toolkit can be collected over time through our wealth quests. This month's wealth quest is called Explosive Growth. What we want is we want to see you guys growing like crazy. We've only got 40 days left in this year. We want you going crazy before December starts. If you can put 7 people on your first point, so we say you got to put 2 in, remember 2? That was our exam. No, forget it. If you want to get serious about this business, put 7 people in this month. That's 2 people a week. Okay, still not that crazy. 2 people a week for this month, 7 people on your first point, and get 2 qualified. What does qualified mean? Go and watch the training on YouTube. If you can do that at the end of this month and everybody's paid by the last day, you get an Apple iPhone, your own one, not my old second-hand one, a new one. You will peel it out the plastic yourself. Everybody that completes it, plus 2,000 bonus XP. If you are already a wealth engineer and you've had a few wealth engineers come and go in the past, if you can reinstate 3 wealth engineer memberships here at DuePoint in this month and get them to pay by the end of the month, we'll give you a bonus 3,000 Rand cash. So it's an iPhone, 2,000 XP towards our rank up program, our XP rewards program, and an extra 3,000 Rands cash. Kind of feels like it's worth it, doesn't it? You know how much an iPhone costs these days? Yeah. Okay. Worth it. this month. Go for it. So people say to me, Brendan, I've done the maths doesn't work. Well, that's disappointing given the number of actuaries and accountants in our building. But nonetheless, the maths does work where you understand how it works. In the traditional space of insurance and banking, like I said right at the beginning, how do we connect with you? We advertise. TV adverts, radio adverts, billboard adverts, bathroom adverts. Everywhere we can stick an advert up, we stick an advert up. Cost the industry over R1 billion a year, hundreds of millions per insurance and banking company in South Africa. Hundreds of millions, crazy. I've been involved in that space for 20 years. It's a crazy number, how much we spend on it. How do we afford that? We reverse engineer that into the cost of your product. Every month, your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car insurance, your home insurance, 30 to 50% is next month's marketing cost. It's in the price. Now, we've done exactly the same thing at DuePoint. We've built it into the price. The only difference is we do zero advertising. You are never, ever going to see an advert for DuePoint. You're never going to hear one. We do no advertising because we use you. You go out, you connect people to DuePoint. And therefore, instead of me spending all the money on SABC, DSTV, Cheetah, billboards, etc., we spend it on you and your channels. That's how the maths works. I'm happy to speak to you in more detail about it afterwards. We then come along as DuePoint and do the sales piece the Americans couldn't work out. We do the sales piece. We sell, and we don't, well, yes, we sell. We facilitate the purchase of 3 products in your channels, okay, that you've created. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan is, in fact, 2 separate products. 2 independent products that you get for 299 Rand a month. It's the princely sum of 299 Rand. Converted into pounds, I think it's like 20 pence. You know. Anyway, 299. Last night, my 7-year-old son got a $1 Aussie coin. And from his father-in-law, lives in Australia, and he was like, what am I going to do with this $1 coin? He says, and his father-in-law said to him, that's worth 11 Rand. He was like, 11 Rand in 1 coin? Okay, is that not amazing? Blew his mind. How 1 can equal 11. Eh? Absolutely amazing. All right, so we divide that down into pounds. It's like 2 pounds. All right, $2.99 a month. For that, you get your very own personal investment, tax-free investment account. Now, it's not a savings account, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a bank. You don't get interest each month on it. You are now a shareholder in the South African economy. We take 100 Rand a month of that $2.99 and we put it in your investment account, and it is invested into the stock exchange. And you get the movement of the share price plus dividends that are paid by those companies into your account. Tax-free. The second product that you get is 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means that when you die from a car accident in December, no, you're not going to. 45,000 people are. If that happens to you, your beneficiaries get the value of your investment into your estate and 110,000 Rand. The second product that we have is called our Wealth Guard product. It's 274 Rand a month, and for that you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover, which means when you die from an accident, your beneficiaries get 1.1 million Rand. No waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods, no medical examinations, and no maximum age limits. You will have this product until your last breath. It doesn't fade away when you're 65 or 75. It's till your last breath. Now, folks, this is not funeral cover, and it's not life cover. We don't cover illness and natural causes here. Why? Because it flies in the face of our primary objective. What's our primary objective? To put income in the hands of South Africans. Now, if I put natural causes in here, what happens? Immediately, half of the population cannot be covered. Immediately. STDs, AIDS, diabetes, hypertension, cancer, out. And you can't build your channel. We eliminate that, and now everybody can become part of your business here at DuePoint. Folks, our third product, our non-financial, non-insurance product, is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For 274 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our Buyers Club. We then go out to a host of suppliers as a 65-year-old insurance company, and we negotiate the best prices, discounts, packages, account managers. We get all of them in, and you get direct access to all of those benefits as a Wealth Points Buyers Club member. Now, people often take this product because we got ShopRite checkers in it. Oh, I'm going to get a discount at ShopRite checkers. Yeah, you are, but that's not the full value of this product. No, the full value is that for 274 Rand a month, you get the benefits of an entire host of suppliers. You can use all of them all month long. There's massive value in this product. We get very excited about this product when we think of the immediate value that's gained there for everyone. So folks, that is DuePoint. You have survived the presentation. That is DuePoint top to bottom. People now come to me and say, Brandon, it's all very interesting. I'm going to go and do some more research. You will find your research very disappointing. Because I have told you everything this morning. I have told you everything. You can go and check. But you will find that I've told you everything. This morning, you have to make a decision. And you have to make it now. We have locked the doors. The decision has to happen now. Okay. You have to make, what is the decision you have to make? It's not about, DuePoint, well, no. It's about whether you are willing to continue to spend hundreds and thousands of hours on a job that will keep you poor. That's the decision. Now, you're going to keep that job anyway, but you're going to add this to your life. And the decision is, am I willing to put time into generating income in a different way? That's the decision you have to make this morning. You don't have to go home to think about that. That's a decision you can make in your chair right now. Is it going to cost you any money? No. Not to become a wealth engineer. Is it going to cost you time? Yes. Lots, years, maybe a lifetime of time. But everything will be different when you do. Those of you who commit to the process and want to sign up, very simple. You go to our website, DuePoint.net. You can use your phone, your tablet, our free Wi-Fi, or our iPads outside. You click apply. You fill the form out. You're a wealth engineer. No money having passed from your hands. Isn't that a pleasant surprise? Okay. A W number will be sent to your phones. That is now your asset. It can be completely worthless, or it can be amazing. You're going to decide today. Then, if you're very serious about this, we have all the tools available for you. This is not a profit center for us. This is just purely the tools that make this business work better. Go to our information counter, or if you're out of Gauteng, you order them at info@DuePoint.net, and you go and get the tools. There's the USB sticks with our presentations on. Go and get them, $170. Get power banks if your phone keeps dying on you. Can't fill out an application form if your phone keeps dying on you. And I can see some of you, it's really like flashing red, okay? And it's only like 11 in the morning. Go and get the power bank so that your phones never die on you. Get the business cards. You don't have to buy the 12,500 Rand set. We give you that at rank 7. Go and get a set of 500 cards. We'll custom make it for you, and you're out there and you're professional already. Rob, the other guy, does the presentation, says, don't even come to me if you don't have the business cards because you're not taking this business seriously. Go and get it. We've got all sorts of other things. If you earned money at this month's consolidation, that means you need to buy a pin. The pin shows that you have worked the system successfully. Rob also says, don't talk to anyone who doesn't have a pin on their collar, because if they don't have a pin, they don't know what they're talking about. You want the people earning money. You talk to them afterwards. Okay? If you're earning money, get a pin. Put it on. We've got the tools to help you build your business here at DuePoint. Then, folks, we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's your number one way of connecting people to DuePoint. Go and subscribe. It costs you nothing to subscribe. And if you do, you know when we go live every day, your phone will ping, and you know every time we load up a video. Then we want you to download our app, folks. It's our free app. You go to the Google Play Store or the App Store on the iPhone, and you download it. Google. It's the Play Store, the Play Store and the App Store. Download the app. It's free. Put it on your phone and your tablet. It plugs you into your channel in real time. In real time, you can follow what's going on in your channels. It's got your tools there. It's got your training there. Your personal information and documentation, all on your app. Get it on your phones before you leave here today. Use our free Wi-Fi. And then, as new wealth engineers, pull out that app once you've loaded it up. Top left-hand corner is your name. Click on your name. It's going to bring up your profile. Click on the picture block in the middle, and it'll allow you to take a picture of yourself. Take a picture. I don't want one of those booty pictures. You know what I'm saying? I don't want one of those. This is your business picture. I don't want one with the family and the kids and the dogs and the plants. I don't. I want your neck and your head. You see my neck and my head? That's what we want to see. It's your business picture. Take it. Once you've taken that picture, you'll automatically get 1,000 XP. That's rank 1's XP done. You just got to grow your business, and you go rank 1. Today, you could have the XP for rank 1. Take your picture, load it up, and you are in the game. In it to win it, as they say in America. All right, folks, everybody gets very excited about DuePoint. Rightly so. You guys want to get out there. I can see you like, when will this end? I want to get started. Okay, I now need to just tame the line here a little bit. We have a code of conduct here, folks, and that code of conduct you're going to read today, I hope, and sign that you agree with. But if you don't, there's at least 5 things I want you to remember. First of all, I know how excited you are, but do not become a wealth engineer if you cannot afford to become one. Hang on a second, you said there was no cost. No, there are always costs. There is data costs. There's going to be travel costs as you connect people. There's always costs in everything we do. If you have no money, then DuePoint is not for you. It's not. If you do not have access to the internet and don't know how to use a computer or do not have a smartphone, you can't do this business. There are no paper application forms. There's no paper brochures or gazebos. There's none of that. DuePoint is fully online. You need at least a smartphone and you need internet access. Otherwise, you can't be a wealth engineer. And then do not become a wealth engineer if you do not have transport. If you cannot get to people, then you can't connect individuals to DuePoint. So make a rational decision today before you become a wealth engineer. And then secondly, if you do become a wealth engineer, don't ever fill out the application form on behalf of someone else. Not ever. It's an act of fraud. It will make you a criminal instantly, and you could go to jail. You could literally go to jail. In the application form, you are going to sign things off. You agree to the terms and conditions of your products. You give us authority to debit your bank account. You agree to our code of conduct. Those are contractual terms that you're signing. You can't possibly sign those on behalf of someone else. So don't ever fill the form out on behalf of somebody else. And then, folks, don't put any direct family members into your channel. If they live in your house, they can't be in your channel. That's the rule. If they're outside your house, it's fine. You can sign them up, okay? But if you're a husband and wife, you work on one W number, okay? You sign one of you up, and you work on one. If you've got kids in the house, they're going to have to sign up under the person who introduced you. They must have their own channels. You can't put them. But if they live outside your house, then you can put them in. And then, folks, the major excitement that we see, it runs out of these presentations and goes to Facebook and to Gumtree and just loads up DuePoint adverts and loads up DuePoint pages. DuePoint Gauteng, DuePoint Mpumalanga, DuePoint Wealth Engineers, DuePoint Help Desk. I've seen them all. You are not DuePoint, and the moment you do that, you're in breach of your contract with us. Folks, there are 150 pieces of regulation that govern this business. You're immediately breaking the laws when you do that. Use your personal Facebook page to engage with people. Do not create DuePoint Facebook pages or DuePoint adverts anywhere. You are not advertising our products. You are engaging with individuals and connecting them to us here. And then, folks, don't send anybody to the head office and expect us to look after them. We won't. That's not our job. Your job is to look after your people. And don't broadcast your W number and hope that people will sign up. They won't. Someone else will sign them up, and then there'll be tears. Okay. Right. That's the negative, but I know you know what to do. Folks, once a month, we run a training session out of this office. All of our training is online and on your app, but we do a fresh live session once every month. This coming Saturday, 7 days from now, we're running our next development seminar. Rob's going to do it. It's going to be awesome. He's going to run through a highlights of all the basics you need to know about DuePoint. We've run this training session in Durban and East London. We've had such positive feedback off of it. We thought we'd better do an online one for the whole country to see. We touch on the most important aspects of the DuePoint system, understanding it, growing it, and excelling in the system. We're going to be doing that. Rob's going to be doing that this Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 hour. It's not half a day. It's 1 hour this coming Saturday. If you can't get here, tune in live. You know we're going to be there. But if you want to be here on Saturday morning, make sure you book because there will be no seats left, okay? So book online. Come and join us this coming Saturday for that amazing session. Wealth Engineers, 40 days left to the end of November. It was just 2 minutes ago that number said 90, okay? Now it says 40. Are you on fire for DuePoint yet? I hope so, because I can't imagine anything else in South Africa that's better than this right now. And I'm saying that quite humbly. Is there anything out there that's getting you money on such a sustainable long-term basis as what we're doing here? No. You've got to get excited. We've got 40 days. We cannot go. I'm tired. It's the end of the year. I'm so tired. I can't anymore. I can't. Okay? All of us are feeling like that. That's why we get December. December's where everybody goes on leave and has their recovery time. We've got to push to the finish line now. We've got to push. How many of you are going to start the year as rank 3 or rank 5? How many of you are going to start January earning 5 grand or 10 grand? How many of you on the 17th of December, 1 week before Christmas, going to get 10 grand into your bank account or 5 grand into your bank account? What does Christmas feel like when that debit order comes through, when that SMS goes off on your phone on the 17th of December? What's it going to feel like? You could also not get an SMS then. This decision is in your hands. Wealth engineers around the country, we've got 40 days. There's no time left. You've got to go bananas now. You've got to go bananas. Forget about +2 a month. In the next 40 days, let's put 40 people in each, one person a day. Hey? One person a day. What is that going to do to your income? Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see we're very serious here about what we're doing. Look around you. Does this look like one of those things? No. This is not one of those things. This is something that we're taking very seriously. We want to be part of the solution. No one's coming to our rescue, guys. You might have noticed. They're probably punching more holes in the boat than plugging. We're here to plug holes, and we want you to be with us. If you're serious about being a wealth engineer, come and ask all your questions before you go. But don't leave today without this tool in your hands. Don't leave. Don't think I'm going to go home and think about it. There's no going home and thinking about it. You've got to get started now. There's no time left. There's no time left. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you outside, and thank you to all of you who have tuned in live today.